everything was great. Like, I didn't talk to her for 7 years, but great.
I can't with them no more.
Okay, Suzette's in the chat.
Who's that?
That's the one that texted. That's the one that sent a message to Claudia.
Mm-hmm.
To warn her that is Dee Dee's friend.
Why would you have to fake it? Fake what?
The accent. We talk funny down here, so we gotta watch, so we don't offend anybody with our strange accent.
Oh, but why is she asking me that? Like,
It's a good question.
leave my aunts alone. How about that?
We'll just say that, like, Suzette, they love you, but what was sent today was not well received. So,
okay, Suzette's not being mean.
No, she's not being mean.
No, she's not. But can we let her up for a minute? Would you be able to do that?
Yeah. But
Suzette, you want to come up?
Oh, my martini. Thank you. Love you too. Oh, sweet baby Jesus, I'm gonna mute myself because.
Hey, Suzette.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I was on Morbid too, and they told the same thing to me. They told me not to talk to Katie and all kind of stuff like that and all. And I mean, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. They were just trying to get to you or get to us through you or get to Katie through you. But the things that they say about Katie, we wouldn't be here if we didn't trust her. And you really do need to be careful with Morbid and all. Oh great, I'm turning into them now.
I try to see the good in everybody until somebody does me wrong. When you do me wrong, I'm done.
I know, but
I didn't say nothing about her at all.
No,
I was
I
asked to relay a message. I told him I would, and I did. Whether it was received the wrong way, I'm sorry. That's not my intention. And if you know anything about me, you know that wasn't my intention. I tried to see the good in everybody. Whoever don't like it, well, tough shit.
No, that's understandable. No, that's completely understandable. That's not what we're saying. What the thing is they have this when they want to use us as their messenger to get to the family. And that's all I wanted to say. That they were, honestly, in my opinion, they were using you to get to the family.
He also told me to tell her to reach out to him. I didn't even say that. I just said he wanted to let her know to be careful who you trust. That's it. I didn't mention no names, nothing. That's all I said.
But, like, I know, but you didn't have to mention names because they saw.
I didn't.
But you didn't, but they saw the live you were on and they saw the title, so they knew who you were talking about.
I was not referring to anybody. I was just referring to be careful who you trust. Because this case is full of lies. Nobody knows who's telling the truth. Nobody knows. It's full of lies. Everybody's lying. You need to watch who. Simple as that.
Why would you trust Morbid though with that? Why would you need to relay a message for Morbid?
Because I don't think she knows
me to. But if you would ask me to relay a message to him, I would. I mean, he asked and I did it. I told him I would and I did. If y'all would want to relay a message to them, I would too.
But you're not being honest, Suzette, because the title of the video and the reason why it wasn't.
I don't care what the title of the video was. It's usually never about what the title is.
They talked about me and it says warning the Petri family about Katie Joy, and then you send them a message that Morbid has a message warning you people not to trust. Obviously, they can put two and two together, and it wasn't well received.
Well, I'm sorry it wasn't well received, and I'm sorry y'all don't believe me.
It's not that we don't believe you. I just want you to be careful.
That's what Katie Joy just said. She said I'm lying.
I didn't say you were lying. It's disingenuous to say that you didn't say my
You
name.
said I was lying. You just said I was lying.
Well, that didn't end well. And for those in the chat, I'm not turning on Morbid's panel. I'm just saying that after I went on Morbid's panel, I got message after message after message after message telling me who to trust and who not to trust. I'm not a follower. Okay, I'm about to set some shit fucking straight right now. I don't follow anybody. Okay, I'm not going to fall behind and line up to be on some creator's goddamn panel. I could care fucking less. I'm here for Dee Dee. I'm here for Nick. I'm here for the Petri family. Now I'm getting pissed. They were nice to me, and that's fine and dandy. I didn't have anything negative to say about any of them, and I'm not trying to be negative now. What I am saying is I think they were nice to me and they allowed me up there because they wanted me to feed them fucking information and put them in contact with Claudia and Darla and Dinah and whoever else is on the Petri side. And I wasn't going to do it because that's family. I was not going to turn around and do any of those things. I was there to test the waters. I tested the waters and I was told who I could and could not trust. They all do it. All these fucking creators out here, they will bring people on. They will talk to them like they love bomb them and all this bullshit. And then the minute they leave, they turn on them. They fucking turn on them and they put their pictures up and they mock them and they make fun of them and their children and everything else. And then they talk about how the other side does it, but then they do it. It's a back and forth. And I don't want no part of it. Dinah doesn't want no part of it. Darla, Claudia, and the rest of the Petri family don't want any part of it. That's a fucking Christy Rod gypsy bullshit. And if y'all want that, then y'all go over there and y'all watch them. But that's not why we're here. We're here for justice.
And that's not what this...
Not views, not a fucking paycheck, and none of that other bullshit. And Katie has decided to allow us to use her platform to lend it to us and to be a spokesperson with us to do exactly what the fuck we want to do. I'm sorry for the language, piquitois, mouth de chien, whatever the fuck, but enough is enough. Thank you. Sorry. Had to get that out of my system. Love you, Katie.
Great job.
Like, I'm not, and I'll never tell anyone I'm not doing the same as them because I've never told Nellie or Dinah where to go and what to feel, ever. Nellie went on his platform and I didn't care. She can tell you that. Like, I just asked her how it went. We compared notes because we've both been on the panel. I didn't have a great time over there. She had a decent time. You know, like, I don't care where people go. No one owns a story and no one needs to be warned because we're all adults and people can decide where they want to be.
Right. And
go ahead.
Like we said, this is the place we want to be because this is where we feel comfortable. And we don't want all this bullshit. And we want people to stay out of our inboxes because we don't care where people want us. We're going to stay on one platform and that's it. And this is the platform we all feel comfortable in. Now, maybe I found Katie on accident because I saw my cousin on her live and I went in and you know what? That was God that sent me there. So here we are and we are staying here because this is where we feel safe. We could speak and not everybody's trashing us on what Gypsy did to Dee Dee or what Dee Dee's life was about.
Everyone here knows that, like, this, I mean, Danielle has said it perfect. There is no one that's innocent in this story.
No. We the outsiders are not even innocent. Hello.
Yeah.
But I'll be damned if somebody's going to try and tell us where to go.
That's the
But
thing. We're not followers.
the thing is too. Look how quiet we've been. For how long now? A long time, right?
10 years.
And in the last 4 days, what we have been doing? Talking. Well, me, but I am speaking. Well, how it started was the ain'ts I was speaking for, and then they decided, oh, this is a pretty cool channel, or however they decided, whatever. We're gonna listen to Dinah, and we're gonna follow this because they listened on the outside and they liked it. And then what happened the next night?
And I'm not, the implication of who to trust and who not to trust by what Suzette said. It's the fact that Morbid was sending a message, and that wasn't what was received, because
Right, Marvin sent her a big old message.
yeah. And then
Morbid, and he's not the only one. All day today, we've had messages that was just crazy.
And Morbid's message,
and we are definitely not answering none of these people that are in our inbox. So yeah, that was the whole point of the thing of you telling them, this is our safe spot. This is where we're staying. We're not going with nobody else and speak. And
like, this shouldn't
we're done with everybody in our inbox trying to tell us, follow this person, come see us, Katie's this, Katie's that, don't trust this one, don't trust that. That's all what we saw today. And we're not gonna sit here and answer y'all messages, because honestly, after looking at a few of them, we know where y'all coming from.
I'll just say that way that I saw a bunch of them, and
I sent them to you. Hello?
Yeah, and I will say that some of them came off very like, you should pick me because I'm the most ethical, I'm the best, I have the best platform, I'm better than her, don't trust her, we'll give you a safer space. Like,
and you're gonna turn on us and whatever. Yeah, but if you're gonna turn on us, you already know how mean I am.
Right. Listen, I've already been on the other side. Where am I gonna turn?
You know what? Before I went on Morbid's panel the first time, I received so many messages with links to YouTube about shit about Morbid. That disgusted me and was far from fucking ethical. Okay? I was sent shit about Fancy. I was sent shit about Nina, all these different people. And I could have sat there and said, yeah, well, people change. People change. And my friends are my friends. And I see the good side and I see the bad side. Now, when it comes to somebody I don't know, somebody on the internet, everybody's done shit. And everybody regrets shit. Hell, I've done shit. I wasn't married for a second time for a reason, okay? So we all do things we regret in life, but if you apologize for it and you try to make it right, like Katie's trying to do, instead of continuously freaking trying to gatekeep people, really, let's. I have seen Morbid. I've seen a few of his lives before I decided to go on, and I wasn't happy with what I saw, but I figured I would go on and I would say what I had to say and move on with it. Okay? And it was the same thing with Fancy and everybody else. But personally, I don't know these people. Personally, y'all don't know us. Y'all just, I mean, y'all listening to us and y'all hearing our stories and all of that. But all this ethical and moral shit, I look at Katie, and Katie's the only one who's ever really apologized and didn't change yet. Okay. The rest of them, I've heard 50 million fucking apologies about, I see it this way, and then they turn on somebody else. And they rant and they rave and they mock and they put pictures of people and they dox people and all of this shit. I have not seen that from Katie. So please don't send me any shit about Katie. And I hope this is being screen recorded, because you know what? At this point, I'm so fucking tired of this shit. We're staying with Katie unless Katie turns on us. And if Katie turns on us, well, then so fucking be it. We were wrong. But I have a feeling deep down inside, we're not wrong. And we're not going to be wrong. Because she is the only one that I have ever seen apologize. I actually tried to make it right. Everybody else, it's all fucking word salad. They have diarrhea of the mouth. I mean, 1 minute, morbid, and look, I've been on morbid, and as of now, I probably never will again, because now I'm pissed off about it. But morbid will sit there and love bomb the shit out of somebody for the first 2 hours, and in the next 3 hours, he's bashing the shit out of them, making fun of them, or interrupting with some homosexual bullshit, because I'm thinking he's got some goddamn tendencies that he's dealing with.
Yeah, they're obsessed.
I don't want no part of it.
Their obsession with Ken's sexuality is disgusting.
Right. And you want us to sit there and say, oh, well, Joella and Claudia would feel more than willing to open up after 10 years to him? To him? Really? Come on now.
They're not stupid.
And as far as the other creators, they have, because of the fact that they were on Gypsy's side, and then all of a sudden, without even apologizing, now all of a sudden they're on Dee Dee's side because they got their ass burned by the Blanchards, and they said all kinds of shit about the Petri family. Now all of a sudden it's like, you know what? We're sorry. Well, actually, they don't even say that. They're like, well, because I saw this, now all of a sudden,
Who got diarrhea of the mouth?
if I got diarrhea in the mouth, you can go fuck yourself. I'm sorry. I'm doing a diner tonight.
I feel you, girl.
I'll say this.
Elena or something?
I'll just say this. Finding out that I was lied to and deceived by the Blanchards was the most humbling and horrific experience of my life. If I could sum up the last 5 months, I would probably not even scratch the surface to the pain and agony that the Petri family has dealt with. The amount of vitriol I have received from the Blanchards and Christy and Bree and all of them since I changed positions is probably a fraction of the trauma the Petries have gone through. And when I made the choice to not be a yes person and wasn't going to play their game anymore, I knew what was coming, but I also knew I needed to make things right. And I needed to say very publicly, I got it fucking wrong. And I was eating crow, and I didn't care how much crow I ate. I lost thousands of, and it didn't matter to me 1 minute because I was wrong. I said shit about Dee Dee I never should have said. I said things about Nick I never should have said. I said shit I shouldn't have said because I had wrong information. And I am someone that prides myself on having facts. Y'all have been around me. You ask me something, I'm like, here's the court record. Here's the, like, you've seen it, Dinah, and like, like I'm
anything I'm telling you, you catching it before I could catch it, And
the problem with Christy
you have proven in the last 4 days of us talking that this is where we need to be.
All I care about is stopping Christy, Gypsy, and Rod from the terror they have inflicted upon so many people for 10 fucking years. Gypsy will not be Gypsy today like, I want to be clear to people. Gypsy is a puppet. She's a puppet. She is a puppet for Christy. She was Dee Dee's puppet. Now she's Christy's puppet. She's a part of a machine. And they're trying to protect their machine. And in order to protect their machine, they're intimidating, doxing, trying to get people arrested, harassing, degrading, defaming. Oh, you hear my kitty? Yeah, that's Michael. It needs to stop. Enough is enough. Claudia said it. Enough is enough.
Mm-hmm. And listen, for them to just come in the chat the next day after me talking to you,
Yeah.
I came in, I talked to you, and the next day they came in your chat, both of them.
Yeah.
And that speaks volume because they don't do that. Like,
And just so you guys know, they're not here right now because they work early in the morning. So, like, they'll be here when we go live early.
I didn't even see what time it was, but yeah, right. Like, they'll be in and out on the days that they're off. They have to be up really, really early in the morning. But like I was saying, that was a big step for them to put some trust in Katie. And what it was, I was texting with y'all earlier, and I was like, I'm on the phone with Aunt Noonie, and we were speaking, and she's like, that's where we want to stay. We feel safe there. And I was like, yeah, y'all finally heard me. She's like, yeah.
Okay, so Mrs. M, Morbid has always spoke against Gypsy and never against Dee Dee. You missed the part where Nellie said, Mrs. M, that the family doesn't want to listen to Morbid degrade women, mock their appearances, fat shame people, put photographs up of other people that are part of the story, degrading them, humiliating them. This isn't a funny story. This is a story that involved someone's murder.
And the thing
Right.
is, too,
And half of these people then put up Dee Dee's pictures and then all of their childhood. So why would
I want to
they?
be clear, like, I have never shared a single photograph of Dee Dee's body one time, ever. When
I've never heard that you did. As the other person of the ball, whatever. Remember, I didn't know who you was. But no, like that's the thing. Like, why would they want to be in any of these people's anything and give them? I don't know. Like, I know it brings more people to people's channels when they are around, but they're not stupid, so they know and they act like, and they've seen who posted and what they say and things like that. So, they know, like, who to trust. And, like, today how we were on the phone and her and I's going through these messages that we all got, and Aunt Darla was getting messages too. But it was only me and Aunt Noonie, and we're sending it back and forth to each other as we're speaking. We're on TikTok and she sends me the messages that she got. I send her the messages I got. And she's like, who are these people? And it's like, once you start putting two and two together, you know where they came from, even if they changed their name. And you know that half of them people then shared stuff that they should have never shared. I don't care if you have it, doesn't mean you have to share it. And that is disrespectful to all the family.
Murder,
Put
hold
in.
up. Murderers are my BFF. He will respect what you want. What are you speaking for, Morbid? Because he's blocked on my channel. I just want to say something. Do you know why Morbid is fucking blocked here? Because Morbid doesn't like that anyone actually points out the truth. And that is that he has lost multiple channels on YouTube. He doesn't like that he's pointed out the truth, that he has had discords with children in them where pornography has been. He
And
does
I saw the video. I saw the video. That was one of the videos that was sent to me about
He
Morbid.
does not like that people point out the truth, that there is actual audio of him berating a 13-year-old boy, or another audio clip of him actually talking to a mother about getting with a child. That all fucking happened. I am sick to death.
He wants.
I am sick to death of being bullied by this fucking creator that knows what he did. I am not going to be gaslit anymore. And you know what Morbid said to me? He said to me, if I talked about that, he would just blast my son on his platform as much as he wanted. He threatened me. He said, you don't get to talk about me or I'll talk about your kid. And I have that in a message.
Post it. Please post it. Because see, that's what worries me, that Claudia or Darla's gonna go on there and he's gonna be like, okay, so this is, because he says this a lot. You know, we talk about serious stuff and all, but we're also here for entertainment. So could you imagine Claudia being out there talking to him and all of a sudden he decides to start mocking Gypsy and put those stupid ass photos that he has of her, and they all start mocking Gypsy and calling her possum and all this other shit, showing her teeth, and then Claudia gets lost in the garbage. That's not fair to Claudia. Claudia wants to speak out about her sister, not about the stupid bullshit that they put out about Gypsy.
Well, and not to mention the fact that as much as we don't like Gypsy, that's still their niece.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
It's
And
still their niece, still blood, and I could promise you they ain't going to that place. So whoever you're talking to, that's whatever in the messages that you just caught a dyna moment on, go back and tell him and the rest of the crew that's been messaging all of us. Nobody's going on any of y'all channels.
He looked at Murderer said, "Here we go. What about your past?"
Go find somebody else that
This is what they do.
murdered their mother.
This is what they do. They gaslight you. He said to me that I don't get to. Okay, let's talk about my past. I've never been in a Discord with a child with pornography ever.
Somebody just wrote that.
they're calling Katie out. Yeah, they're calling.
I have never been in a Discord with a child that had corn in it. A 13-year-old in a chat in Discord exposed to porn. That happened in his server.
He asked 2 teenage boys if they wanted to watch it.
That happened. In some states, that's actually a fucking felony. But if you mention that, he will threaten you and say, I get to talk about your kid if you talk about me. Don't mention that he's lost 3 channels on YouTube. Some big accusations. Yeah, it happened.
Look it up. It's on YouTube. You can find all of that on YouTube. It was sent to me.
It actually happened. And what Morbid says is it's all clipped together. You don't understand these trolls. They just clip shit together.
Oh, good God.
What Bree is saying?
Is that what he did?
Somebody just told off Bree. Bree's saying something, and they just.
Here's the thing.
What the hell?
Okay, we are in no way, shape, or form gonna allow anybody to invalidate the Petri family.
Right.
Nobody. And that, I mean, and I get, he's got a hard on about wanting to talk to the family, but it's not going to happen because of the fact that what he's gonna do is hey, Aunt Noonie, Claudia, Dee Dee's sister, how do you feel about Ken?
Blue, we
He
don't
would
want
say
to go
shit like that.
anywhere. So it's not happening, and we don't want our own channel. Because can you imagine the more messages that we're going to get?
Guess what we
I mean,
don't.
and I'm not being disrespectful to you, Blue, but no, I mean, this is what we want. And I relate to Katie during the day because we know about the lives, and I let her know what can and cannot be said. And so far, she has respected every wish that we asked of her. So why
That includes,
would we not stay with somebody that's respecting our feelings?
and that includes who's on the panel, who's not on the panel, what's like how we moderate the chat. We're trying to keep this place as comfortable for them as possible.
And not only that, when we talk about certain aspects of the case, guess what? I'm sure most of y'all have seen it already. Dino said, okay, well, she'll ask Katie a question, and boom, Katie's got the court records, she's got the medical records, and all of that, and she doesn't sit there and say, oh, well, I did this, and this, and that. That's why I got the medical records. Or that's why I got the court records. She's not sitting there trying to pump herself up. She's not trying to invalidate the Petri family or anybody else. She's got the facts, and that's all I'm going to say about that. Now I'm getting diarrhea of the mouth. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Shouldn't be.
Well, they said that already about you. For once, it's you and not me.
No, what it was is somebody was saying, when I said diarrhea of the mouth, and somebody said they liked that comment. So yeah, well, that's what my mom used to tell me.
I'm just gonna.
Well, we all know that. I gotta. Well, I don't. I've been telling y'all for 4 days now. I got a potty mouth. Sorry.
Yeah, and I do apologize that I lost it. I usually, it takes a lot for me to lose it, but that really got me. I'm sorry. It's just, I can't imagine, the thing is if you're going to speak morals and ethics, then you need to show it. And I said it in the chat, actions speak louder than words. And I mean, every interview and every time I've watched Morbid, and I know it might sound like I'm picking on him, it gets twisted and turned, and there's always snide remarks and off the wall comments that's sexual or homosexual or or degrading. And I mean, it's just not something we want to expose Claudia and Darla to. They're very delicate.
You're like, oh, we're gonna. His. This is what turned them off. Is his message was, I was the creator that did the live stream for Dee Dee's vigil and book signing, but he forgot.
Who's this princess? Something.
He forgot to mention that for 3 hours on that they fat shamed Bree. What did that have to do with Dee Dee? Nothing.
Hold on, Princess Consuela, what the fuck you mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They'll fight the same thing for Nick, pathetic, all for entertainment. This isn't for goddamn entertainment. For one, okay? And see, now I'm saying the GD word and not, never mind. Nick was manipulated and groomed and used by a psychopath. Morbid's just sick and twisted. Big difference.
Like, what bothers me about them for Nick is
I agree with you, Mr. Bobby. Our buttons are broken. We can't be nice half the time, but some of us
they claim
Cajuns just, and listen, I'm just the niece, and the sisters are not ready, just like you, to come up on the panel because they're pissed too. So you know,
Okay, here's
they
what
sit in. Hey, Katie, you back to not letting us hear you.
And the reason why a lot of people spoke against the rally for Nick is because it wasn't about
Who's
Nick.
talking
It
about
was about
that?
creators getting exposure.
exactly,
That's
and it
what
was
that
the
was
same
about.
thing, and it was the same thing with this faux vigil for Dee Dee. Like the people that were there weren't there to protest the book.
Well, Nick asked for them not to be there, from my understanding,
Yes,
anyway,
and they
because it would
didn't.
only hurt, and they had no respect for him.
Nothing. Like I'm in a group, I'm in a Facebook group with Bobby. I saw the message on this platform. No one heard me advocate for that rally. In fact, I said the opposite. I said Nick's dad doesn't want it. Nick doesn't want it. Don't do it. It's only for you.
Mm-hmm.
And those creators said, "Well, you don't understand. He
And
needs
then the
it."
sick part, they freaking ask people for money to go on these trips. What the hell?
Yep.
Like, right there, I mean, just to say, okay, you want to go somewhere, but oh, let me beg for money so I can get there, but let's throw one of their names in it.
Oh yeah,
So,
and then during Dee Dee's vigil, they raised like $1,000, and we're just
right.
supposed to
And they didn't even
trust.
freaking do it. Like,
Right.
one man that actually lived in New Orleans was holding the freaking sign.
And do the mocking and
Her trying to remove herself from the fact that she murdered her mother.
Salone, I don't care about you, and I don't give two fucks if you know the family.
what family
I
she
know,
knows, the Blanches.
I fucking know them too. Well, if she knows the Blanches, I know them. If she knows the fucking Petries, I fucking know them too.
Exactly, Bobby. It's all
What is
lies.
your fucking problem?
Okay, Sloan, here's the thing. That's Dinah. I'm Danielle. Who the fuck are you?
Yeah,
You can
please.
hide behind a keyboard and you can sit there and say, I know, I know, I know. But do you? And nobody's screaming. You want us to scream, motherfucker? We'll scream. But we're not hiding behind a keyboard. You hear our voices. We've said our names. Who are
This is
you?
Danielle. This is Dinah. Dinah's husband is Tate Jr. Fucking Tate Petri.
And Dinah's my cousin. So there, you have it.
Their family. Nellie and I have been carefully developing a relationship built on mutual trust and openness and a back and forth to build that trust. That doesn't happen in 4 days. The reason why Dinah was able to trust me was because of her cousin who had built that trust with me.
Okay.
That's how it works, friends.
Okay, yeah, Dinah has a son, and I bet you $5 right here, right now, you go anywhere near Dinah or her child, or you try any bullshit, there will be deep hell to pay. Sorry, just had to put that out there.
I don't understand your comment, Nelly.
I think Sloan gets it.
Just leave them alone. Like,
I mean, I have two kids, so
Yeah, but
two
she
boys.
said Tate Jr. and your son. You have a son. You and Tate Jr. have a son.
Who said that?
Sloan.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
That's what I'm saying. They hide behind a keyboard.
I'm trying to find it.
She's he, she, whatever it is, because there's no picture and very little follow. It's a troll. It's probably somebody Christy sent, or they so far up Bree's ass.
it could be. I mean, she could be a.
Where is she talking about my fucking kid? That's what I want to fucking see.
Oh Lord,
Because bitch, you can give me your address and I'll fucking go find you. How about that?
All right, let's. You know.
yeah, we're getting. See, this is somebody sidetracked.
Oh, Tate Jr. and they have a son. I'm not worried about her. Bitch, I'm not worried about you.
Basically, she's trying to say that you're
Oh, like we just have a fucking kid together,
yeah.
and I'm nothing to the fucking family. That's what she's trying to pretty much say.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bitch, please. He sleeps in my house every fucking night.
Noni is on the phone with you every day. You know where you stand with Noni. You know where you stand with Dorla. You know that you are loved. Like, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, whoever it is just trying to get to you.
Well, they got to me. Like, this is fucking stupid. And this bitch is gonna talk about my son? Bitch, no, I don't think so. Not happening. Not today, not tomorrow, not fucking next week. I ain't got time for this.
She's been muted. Faith took care of it. Thank you, Faith.
Thank you.